Driving alone at night, with the moon hovering over you, and the radio keeping you awake, you find yourself anxious. An odd gut feeling that makes you uneasy in this solitary journey across the country's forgotten paths. The sound of the engine, an endless roar in the night, echoes against the tree lines at your sides. The fresh air of this spring night helps you to maintain focus on the road, preventing your mind from wandering off from the pavement and the fading yellow lines. This trip should end in a few more hours. You should arrive home safe, before dawn, with some time left to sleep in your comfortable bed. You can almost feel the mattress against your back, the soft pillows holding your head, the warmth of the covers. But the reverie ends when you drive past an abandoned car. You glance back through the rearview mirror, but can't see anyone around. The sight isn't entirely unsettling thought. You have stopped on the road before, leaving your vehicle a moment to get deeper into the trees for privacy. Anyone could have an emergency, so you shrug it off and continue onward. A couple of songs later, you spot a motorcycle in the middle of the road, fallen on its side, a backpack left open, several items scattered on the ground. You ease on the speed, peeking through the open window to check for any wounded people. You see no one there. You don't notice any blood. Still, your foot tenses onto the throttle. You speed up, driving away from that scene. You shift on the seat, frowning, chewing on the inside of your cheeks, your hands clutching to the steering wheel. What are the odds of finding a car and a bike in such conditions? The first one still doesn't feel terribly weird. The motorbike, though, no one leaves a vehicle like that. You can't recall hearing of any dangerous animals in the area, which would have been a valid reason to leave all your belongings behind to save your life. Turning off the radio, you find the music too distracting at the moment. Your instincts telling you to stay sharp while your mind tries to convince you that everything is alright, that you're almost home. With the sound of the engine and your haunting thoughts, you continue to drive, avoiding looking anywhere but ahead. It's a stupid fear. Yes, it is fear now, not just nervousness or anxiousness. You are scared. More and more, your reasoning part overcomes your will to keep yourself calm, and you whimper at the discovery of yet another vehicle ahead of you. An SUV, flashing lights on, bright and yellow. The 4 doors are open, and it's blocking the opposite hand of the road. You can hear a dog barking, making your heart skip a beat, and get stuck in your throat. Lightheaded, you slow down, sluggishly turning to find a golden retriever tied to the back seat, struggling to set itself free. You start crying now, because you are too terrified to stop, leave your car, and help that poor dog. And yet, should you stop, turn around, locate one of those godforsaken motels and call the police. The barking is torturing you. You look away, groaning, cursing yourself for being such a coward, while you hit the gas and run away. There's absolutely no explanation for this, for anything. Coincidences are one thing, but this, you must be dreaming. That's it. You're having a terrible nightmare. You've fallen asleep on the shoulder of the road. You'll eventually wake up and laugh like an idiot. You wish you're sleeping, crying hysterically, making it hard to see and breathe, but you won't stop. Nothing will make you slow down until you're at home, safe. Sobbing, you wash the tears off your face, rubbing your swollen eyes with a hand, while keeping the car under control. You're going faster than you should, yet you don't care. If there weren't any police officers around to find 3 abandoned vehicles, no one would see you pass the speed limit tonight. Blinking a few times to clear your view, you distinguish a shape in front of you. It looks like a person, skinny, tall. Before you could start slowing down, the silhouette disappears into the woods, and you cling desperately to that steering wheel. Your foot is glued to that pedal, the engine feeling almost like your heartbeat. Immediately you feel watched from behind the trees, from where that person ran off to. From the other side, too. From the back seat of your own car. You don't dare to move your eyes off the road. You can't bring yourself to release the wheel for an instant, to turn the radio on again. The silence outside and the yelling inside you driving you mad, and you can't see the end of this trip. You question your sanity, your luck, and your religion, time and time again. The words sleeping, nightmare, crazy, home, repeating in your mind in between your frantic thoughts. And there's that person again, running at the side of the car. Are they running? You can't hear steps, but you can glimpse their pale mass, keeping up with you. They're merely a few feet apart, and they're fast. So fast. You acknowledge that presence with your peripheral sight, only able to notice the naked, white-grayish skin, and you scream, stepping on the gas until it feels like the engine is going to explode. But as you attempt to escape, you recognize a police car. Your throat tears with each scream for help, when you watch how the policemen stop, stepping out, guns in their hands. You blink once. They're gone. Only their car was left, surrounded now by more of these persons. Because they are people. They must be. You keep telling yourself that. They stare at you with massive, black eyes, hands extending toward you. You yell and cry, knowing you are next. Sure that you will soon be dead, or worse. Horror and terror are nothing compared to what you feel now. Without even stopping the car, you are yanked off, dragged by an unseen force, and pulled up to the skies. You observe your car crashing against the police vehicle. You can't hear your broken voice anymore. You are cold, trembling, going higher and higher. You see fire beneath, and you sense how the air leaves your lungs, how it's getting harder and harder to breathe. You are drowning outside of water. The cold is unbearable, your chest aches, your head spins, and you can't see anymore. You can't hear or feel your pulse anymore.